Welcome to the Grant Center and welcome to Danville, Virginia, where we have a marquee matchup in the USA South Women's Basketball Division, where we feature the Greensboro Pride going against your Averett University Cougars. The Pride come in 14-4 total, 8-2 in the USAC, and the Cougars right behind them, 13-7, 9-3 in the USAC. So the Cougars need this win. And now let's meet the starting five for each team. First, Trevor with the starting five for Greensboro.
Junior guard number 5, Katie Lewis. Senior guard number 13, Aaliyah Woods. A sophomore guard number 14, Sabrina Joseph. Sophomore guard number 21, Shadiah Daly. And a senior forward, number 32, Brianna Best and Eddie for the Cougar starters.
And the starting five for your Averett University Cougars. Number 11, junior forward, Raven Johnson. Number 12, senior guard, Alexis Rosia. Number 20, junior, Kiara Smith. Number 21, freshman, Cameron Lunsford. And number 24, Brooke Carthen. Greensboro comes in the black and green on black and green, and the Cougars in the ever so icy white on white uniforms.
Like you said, Eddie, big game today. Greensboro number 1 in the USA South, Averett number 2. Win for the Cougars to propel them to the number 1 spot.
And absolutely, and just coming off of the heels of a big time win against Mary Baldwin did the Cougars. They scored 29 points in the fourth quarter in a comeback win. And a win that was Coach Liz Hudy's 100th win here at Averett. She stands 100 and 103 total here at Averett. That's almost a 50% win percentage. Coach Liz Hudy getting it done.
And the girls have been in form, winning 3 straight.
And Brooke Carthen and the Cougars will take the tip off. And so here we go, a big-time matchup in the Grant Center. The Pride versus the Cougars. These teams going at it in years past. Ball to Rosia. Rosia pump fakes the other way, finds free throw line. Kiara Smith takes the three-pointer.
Gets it to go.
Kiara Smith has really been in form this year. She has really come into her own and found her groove, playing a lot better this year than she has her freshman and sophomore year. And the Cougars come up with a steal. Alexis Rosia going all the way. She could go coast to coast, and does.
And Eddie, watching these Cougars in the pregame shoot-around, don't get it twisted. They can shoot, and they can shoot from downtown, too.
And absolutely, and these girls are getting confident with their shooting. They used to be a little hesitant, and the coaches used to beg them to take shots, but here we go. Katie Lewis with the shot from free throw range. She is her team's leading scorer. She scores about 13 points a game, so we cannot leave Katie Lewis open. She showed us her freshman and sophomore year that she is a marksman from 3.
She also shoots about 40% from the floor.
Absolutely. Brooke Carthen looking for a foul there, but nevertheless, Greensboro coming up with the steal. And here they go the other way. They go down low, but the Cougars get another steal. 3 straight possessions, 3 straight steals, 3-on-2 fast break here. Cameron Lunsford finds Brooke Carthen, and she's fouled on the shot.
Good defensive awareness there by Raven Johnson down low.
They were trying to get that ball down low to Brianna Best, the senior forward, out of Greensboro, North Carolina.
Cougars already up 5-0 here.
Carthen's first shot is up and in. And the last game, the Cougars against Mary Baldwin would go down 5, then they would tie it, then they would go down 5, and then would tie it. And that was pretty much the story of the game until the third quarter, where I mentioned they scored 29 straight in the fourth quarter for that comeback win. 6-0 Cougars lead. Ball over to Katie Lewis. Back out to Joseph. And Joseph with it. She hands it off to Daly. Daly finds Lewis. Lewis looking for space. Gives it off to Joseph. Joseph down low. And excuse me, that was Best down low working against Raven Johnson. And ball up to Cameron Lunsford. Shot good. And the Cougars keeping their foot on the gas pedal.
Cougars, they're playing with some pace.
Pushing the ball down the court and testing Greensboro's conditioning. And Leah Woods with it. Pull-up jumper is good, off the glass and in. Rosia gets across half court, gives it off to Smith. Smith takes the screen. She finds Johnson down low. Johnson's fouled, and she gets the and one. Raven Johnson has been playing well as of late as well.
Cougars with a hot start, and Greensboro will make a full team sub here.
5-woman rotation right here for Greensboro. Into the game comes Free, Williams, Jeffries, Jenkins, and Whitley. All into the game for Greensboro. Texan checking in for the Cougars. And Amani Ajayi will check in for Raven Johnson. Cougars up 11-4 early in this game.
Cougars have started hot here.
So Williams with it, the sophomore guard, defended by Rosia. And almost another steal for the Cougars. But Jeffries does a good job of controlling that ball and getting a good shot off.
Ball just ended up in our hands off a deflection.
A runner from Rosia is good.
It's the bounce.
And that's the senior. Ball up. And no good. I think they're going to say it was out of bounds to hit the scoreboard. Or the shot clock, rather.
Greensboro going to press here.
Trying to force the Cougars into a mistake. And so they're going to call Jeffries on a foul, the freshman guard out of Greensboro. Went to Northeast Guilford, did Jeffries. Ball over to Rosia. Rosia looking to find Ajayi.
I think they're going to call Jenkins for a push on the back. Looks like they will. Cougars are looking to get it down low.
Rosia finds Texan, and Texan finds the bottom of the bucket. The Cougars firing on all cylinders defensively and offensively right now. They've only given up 3 buckets, but they put 15 points on the board so far. Been coming up with a lot of steals offensively. This is Jeffries outside, showing she has range. 3-pointer for Smith.
And she answers back.
You leave Kiera Smith wide open, you might as
Greensboro
well go
wants a
ahead
timeout.
and put 3 on the board. Kiera Smith is hot right now, 18-9. Your Cougars out in front. Cougars offensively and defensively getting it done. Greensboro stays with their same group that they started with. Ashley Free getting the bucket for her team.
Nearly a steal there. And we've got some updates for you during this game. Averett Cougar men basketball team in action at Methodist. Early in the game, 4 minutes in, 6-2 Cougars up.
The men's team getting it done. Ball over to Carthen. Carthen crosses over, finds Ajayi. Ajayi couldn't get her shot to go. Carthen gets the offensive board, and she's fouled on the shot. Carthen leads the team in offensive rebounding. Coming into the game, she has 87 total offensive boards this year.
And she's on her quest for 1,000 points. She's very close as well. She should be able to get that by the end of this season.
Carthen currently, as you mentioned, has 946. So you're right. She definitely can get that this season. Definitely a short list. You look at all these people, all of Averett women's basketball top or their 1,000 scores. You got people like Liz Martin, Pat Barber, Sam Chandler, who we just saw walk in the gym.
Yeah.
Sam Chandler with 1,694 points. She's Averett's all-time leading scorer. Michelle Warner, Pat Dabbs. I mean, these are ladies that exemplified what it meant to be an Averett University basketball player, and Brooke Carthen's headed that way.
And how lucky are we to be able to get to see Sam Chandler take over the entire record, and then Brooke Carthen, another 1,000-point scorer,
and Brooke
likely
Carthen
to be.
Has another year after this. She can make her way into the top 5 all-time scoring. Again, she's at 946 right now. She could easily make it to number 9 or number 8 by the end of the season. So a foul called, and Averett will get possession.
I believe they called a travel there on Sabrina Joseph. She did get hit in the eye, though.
Ball in to Rosia. Here goes Rosia looking for some help. Gets the ball over to Carthen. Carthen spin move. Trying to fight through traffic, but nothing called. Here we go the other way. A platoon swap coming up for Greensboro. Joseph outside for 3. No good. Rebounded by Texan. Going the other way is the Cougars. 20-11, your Cougars lead it. Ajayi for 3. And just off the far side of the rim. Raven Johnson checking in for Samantha Texan. And you look at Averett's lineup right now. You got Rosia and Chambers, Zenise Chambers in the game, both running the guard positions. And then you've got Carthen, Johnson, and Ajayi. Ajayi, the team's leading scorer, and you got 2 of the team's leading rebounders on the court as well. And a great block there from Raven Johnson.
Great defense by Johnson down low.
Johnson not having any of it. Johnson has 11 blocks on the year. Ajayi coming down with that rebound, and here goes Rosia the other way. Takes the screen from Johnson, gives it off to Chambers. Chambers
long
for 3. Rebounded by Raven Johnson. She found Ajayi.
Oh. Didn't get the lucky bounce. Cougars definitely owning the boards with the rebounds early in this game. Offensive and defensive.
Katie Lewis off the screen. Looking for her shot.
On go.
And Raven Johnson getting her hands on that ball. Greensboro moving the ball around very well. Shot no good. Rebounded by Brooke Carthen.
She went up there strong for that rebound.
Looked at that ball and had every intention to grab it.
One-on-one.
To 13.
3 minutes to go in the first half.
In the first quarter.
Excuse me. That is right. They did change that rule.
The men do play in 20-minute halves, but the women play in those 10-minute 4 quarters. Rosia with the ball in the fresh shot clock. Takes the screen from Ajayi. She finds Ajayi. Ajayi trying to find Carthen just past the outstretched hand of Brooke Carthen. And Lunsford will check in for Rosia, and looks like Kiera Smith will come in for Brooke Carthen. And one thing you always see when Brooke Carthen gets taken out, she's always kind of upset. Brooke Carthen's one of those players that wants to play the full 40 minutes of the game to get out there and help her team.
She doesn't like to sit and
watch.
watch.
Right. But definitely a good teammate once she gets there, definitely cheering on her team and letting them know of different things she sees from the bench. And that shot from Joseph is no good. Johnson the other way. Nobody's going to stop ball. Ball over to Lunsford. Lunsford finds Chambers. Chambers, Euro step runner. No good. And the Cougars get the ball back, and Raven Johnson's fouled on the shot.
And there's the Cougars rebounding, getting them some second chance points right here.
Raven Johnson on the line with 2 shots for the Cougars.
First shot, no good. Jenkins and Wood, both Jenkins and Free, excuse me, both checking in for the Pride. Second shot from Johnson is good. So here's Free with it.
Fouls called number 10 on Averett against Chambers for the first foul.
Chambers subbed out for Rosia as Chambers was called on that foul. So ball into Free. Over to Joseph they go. Joseph driving baseline. They go and find Woods. Woods takes the screen from Joseph. Pull up 3. No good. And the Cougars get the ball. Cameron Lunsford ends up with it, and she's going the other way. 21-13. The Cougars lead it. Ball to Rosia. And Coach Liz Hudi yelling out plays to run for her team, trying to get some more points on the board. Kiara Smith fighting through the traffic, and she's fouled. And that foul will be called on Jenkins.
Jenkins, her second foul. Kiara Smith at the line for Averett, 2 shots. Brianna Best coming in for Greensboro.
Best checking in, the senior forward out of Greensboro. Second shot, no good. So 22-13, the Cougars lead. That ball is found Best, and they find Katie Lewis. A nice pass from Best. Or Lewis, nice awareness. Go ball over to Lunsford. Lunsford takes the screen. Her shot no good. And Amani Ajayi will be called on that foul. Courtney Hunt checking in for the Cougars. Carthen will check in for Ajayi. 56.9 seconds left on the clock in the first quarter. Cougars with a 7-point lead. Woods with it, down low to Best. Best backing down Johnson, back out to Woods. Woods looking for a pull-up jumper, has to pass it out to Joseph instead. Joseph finding Best down low. Raven Johnson, good defense. And that's a great defensive possession by the Cougars. 33 seconds on the clock in the first quarter. Ball advanced to Lunsford. Lunsford over to Hunt. Hunt. Back to Lunsford. Lunsford. Finding Carthen. What a pass.
Good vision there. Great vision.
That's great passing from Cameron Lunsford. And now there is 10 seconds on the clock. And that ball will be knocked out of bounds with 3.2 to go. And so after the first quarter, 24-15, the Cougars up by 9 in this game. We're going to take a break and be right back with the second quarter of action. Greensboro College has possession. The Cougars won the first quarter with a 9-point lead. The men, however, are up in the first half, 22-14. Excuse me. Greensboro with it. Woods off the screen. Ball over to Joseph. Joseph crossing Brooke Carthen. She finds Best. Best shot rattles out. No Cougars there to rebound. And Raven Johnson, like she took a tough blow there, but she is a tough lady, so she's going to get right back in there. Ball to Kiera Smith. Over to Rosia. Rosia
looking for Johnson there. One off a Greensboro player's foot.
Ball inbounded to Johnson. Johnson over to Lunsford. Lunsford feigns the shot, and the hesitation runner is nice.
Lunsford's going to be one of those young, promising players for the Cougars.
Absolutely.
She's very quick out there.
Speaking on Lunsford, on the year, she's got 26 assists and 20 steals.
Here comes Lunsford again.
Trying to get it out to Kiera Smith. Instead, Katie Lewis is going the other way with it. Her shot no good. And Rosia coming up with it. And Rosia.
Got timeout on the court. If you are a neighbor of women's basketball alumni in attendance in today's game,
and so timeout call, 26-15. Cougars lead it. Cougars with an 11-point lead here in the Grant Center against Greensboro. Again, a marquee matchup. The Cougars need this win to advance to first place. Texan looking for the foul. And outside is Jeffries, and that was good.
Jeffries two for two from downtown now.
Rosia off the screen, jumper is good. And that's a great shot from Alexis Rosia.
Good pick and roll action there too.
going to call a foul on Cameron Lunsford as
Foul's called on number 21 of Averett, Cameron Lunsford, the first.
I think that was Daly that took that spill.
Sabrina Joseph coming back in for Greensboro.
But she looks to be okay as she is up and moving around.
Denise Chambers checking in for Averett.
And Woods, they're going to call a jump ball with her and Kiera Smith, so possession will go to Averett. Kayla Williams coming into the game for Daly. Garcia taking the screen, finding Chambers. Finding Smith outside. Smith. Nice spin move. Shot no good, and Ajay able to get it back to Smith. Smith over to Texan. And Texan leaning in and drawing the foul.
Looking to get that and one.
Foul's called number 34, Greensboro. Michelle Jeffries, her third foul. Samantha Texan at the line.
And Texan's first shot rattles in and out.
Ashley Free and Katie Lewis checking in.
Lewis and Free both checking back in for the Pride. Second shot from Texan is good. Ball over to Joseph. They find Lewis. Lewis off the screen. Jumper falls. 29-20. 9-point lead for the Cougars still. Chambers dribbling around. Take me for a dance. Kiera Smith trying to find Amani Ajay. Ball knocked away, but Texan able to get to it. Smith gonna drive baseline. Her shot no good, but an offensive rebound. And kicked out to Rosia for three. No good, but another offensive rebound by Ajay. And the Cougars still have possession of the ball. And finally, Greensboro able to take it away. And the Cougars will probably look to slow this pace down a little bit. Ball to Rosia, senior guard. Way over to Texan. Texan for three. Just off the mark. And a Ajay foul.
Greensboro can't seem to get a rebound right now.
And it's going to be interesting to check the rebound stats at halftime. Ajay's first shot no good. Jenkins checking back in, as well as Brooke Carthen in for Kiera Smith. Second shot not good from Amani Ajay either. 29-20. And Free with the hesitation step. But her shot no good. Rebounded by Ajay. Ajay having a good rebounding outing tonight. Ball over to Texan. Texan gets it over to Carthen, the scoring machine. She gives it over to Chambers. Chambers off the screen. Finds Ajay. Ajay looked at the basket, said nope. Gives it off to Texan. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Texan pull-up jumper. No good. Rebounded by Carthen.
And they're going to call her for a charge. Despite that, great ball movement by the Cougars.
And the Greensboro fans give a standing ovation to the referee.
It felt like some of the calls haven't been going their way early.
And a foul's going to be called on Rosia. And so Cameron Lunsford will check in for her, as that is Rosia's second of the game. Ball into Williams. Williams defended by Chambers. They get it over to Lewis, defended by Texan. And shot falls. And Chambers doing a good job of chasing that ball down and keeping control of it. Lose it temporarily, but Lunsford has it. And a jump ball called. And possession goes to Greensboro.
Greensboro fans getting a little loud now.
22-29, just a 7-point lead now. And they can cut it down to 4 or 5 here.
Raven Johnson checking back in.
Johnson will check in for Ajay. Lewis, shot no good. Lunsford comes down with the rebound. Ball over to Texan. And Lunsford
thought about it.
Back over to Chambers. Chambers thought about it. And Texan finds Carthen. Shot just no good. Just rattles out for the rim. So under 5 minutes to go in this first half. Lewis drives baseline and shot blocked by Sam Texan.
Kiera Smith checking back in for Averett.
And Kiera Smith in for Zenise Chambers. And Greensboro fans cheering on their team's leading scorer as she comes off the court for a rest. Joseph with it, defended by Smith. Short time on the clock. Shot forced up and put in by Woods.
It's a tough shot, too.
Ball over to Carthen, 4-3. She's wide open and just clanks it off the front of the rim. But Johnson does a good job of finding Texan. Offensive rebound by Cam Lunsford.
Cougars are going to reset now.
Carthen, jab step jumper.
Rolled around the rim and out.
Just can't take the lid off the rim. And Carthen sends the ball out of bounds. Brooke Carthen rising up out of the ground.
Yes, she's limping a little bit, though, on that right leg.
Brooke Carthen doing a good job of rising up.
Some great hustle from her, too.
Ball inbounded to Woods. Down low to Best. Working around Johnson. And they're going to call a foul on Raven Johnson. And Brooke Carthen will come out of the game here. As she does, she's probably going to look to get the athletic training staff to take a peek at it. Best first shot rolls out. And so Ajay will check in for Carthen. That second shot falls.
Lunsford double teamed.
And so a jump ball called and possession will stay with the Cougars. Ball over to Lunsford. Just a 4-point game. Greensboro coming back. And ball poked out. Ball inbounded to Smith. Smith trying to find Ajay, but the ball knocked out again by Greensboro. Greensboro doing a good job of defending here.
And Greensboro's also closed the gap. It's only 25-29 right now.
Ball into Ajayi, over to Lunsford.
Good defense there by Greensboro. Doesn't matter when you got shooters like that for the Cougars.
Kiera Smith, so deadly from downtown. She's got the sniper badge in effect. 32-25. Ball to Joseph. Joseph wide open in the corner. Defensive lapse, but Ajayi came up with it. Here we go to Hunt. Hunt finding Johnson. Johnson finding the bottom of the bucket.
Just like that, Cougars have got the lead back up to 9 from 4. They're going to call a foul on Raven Johnson. Cougars men team up 36-18 at Methodist. 3:20 to go in the first half there.
Big lead for the men. Raven count on another foul. Raven picking up her second foul of the game. Daly checking back in for Greensboro. And she misses both shots. Woods down low to Best. Best. Her shot, no good, but I think they're going to say she was fouled. Kiera Smith was the one that fouled her this time. First shot, no good. That's 3 in a row missed from Daly, or from Best, excuse me. And here we go, Best with a 4th free throw attempt here. And she has missed all 4 of them. Lunsford comes up with it this time. Ball to Ajayi. And Ajayi will draw the foul from free.
Making the Cougars earn it from the line.
And Ajayi's second shot, no good. So 34-25. Free advancing the ball down the court. Defended by Hunt. They go down low to Best. But a great job from Ajayi to knock that ball out. And Hunt gets fouled. Raven Johnson getting into it.
Kayla Williams into the game for Greensboro.
And I think Raven Johnson is just frustrated that she was getting so many fouls called when she was defending Best. But nevertheless, the Cougars up by 9 with 1.5 minutes to go in the first half. Carthen with it at the top of the key. She gives it off to Lunsford. Lunsford goes to Hunt. Hunt comes off the screen. Pull-up jumper. No good, but Carthen comes down with it and tries to get it to Ajayi. But Greensboro ends up with it, and here we go. The other way, 9-point lead for the Cougars. Lewis for 3. No good. And here's Lunsford. Ball over to Smith. Smith thought about taking that three-pointer. Ball over to Hunt. Hunt, runner. No good. The Cougars come up with it. Lunsford finds Ajayi. Easy bucket. And the Cougars up by 11 now. Your Cougars lead it big with 1 minute to go in the first half. $15 seconds on the shot clock. Best from 3. No good. And here goes the Cougars the other way. Smith and Ajayi, 2-on-2. And they're going to call a block on Katie Lewis. So Kiera Smith will step to the free throw line.
Shot clock will be off as well.
And the Cougars definitely want to expand this lead as much as they can before halftime. You don't want to give a team as good as Greensboro any kind of breathing room at all. If you have a chance to put points on the board, you do it against a team as talented as this Greensboro team. I mean, there is a reason they're in first place.
I agree, Eddie. I was about to say. Can't remember. This team's still first in the division, so they're not going to just go away.
Exactly. And here's Woods the other way with no shot clock, just 20 seconds. Woods for three. No good. Cougars need a rebound. Woods gets her own and her own bucket. And Smith's shot is good. And so after 2 quarters, after the first half, your Cougars up by 12, 39-37. We'll bring it back with the start of the third quarter. And we are back after the Cougars have a massive first half where they played good offensively and defensively, but the biggest discrepancy coming in the rebound category. Greensboro with 19 total rebounds, the Cougars with 32 total rebounds. The Cougars have 13 offensive, and that's just over double as much as Greensboro. Greensboro with 6 offensive rebounds, so the Cougars definitely getting it done on the boards, and that would be why the Cougars are out in front. Ball to Brooke Carthen. And so the Cougars will keep possession after that ball was knocked out of her hands.
Cougars can't get lackadaisical with this team, though.
So great rebounding there from Joseph. Greensboro doing good out of the gates rebounding-wise. But we'll see as the game wears on, as Joseph gets a nice layup there. And we'll see if as the game wears on, they can keep their rebounding numbers up. Kiera Smith doing a good job of moving off the defender and getting her shot to go. Kiera Smith 3 for 3 from downtown in the first half, as that was a two-pointer. Great bucket there from Best. And Greensboro also a hot start in this half. Ball to Johnson. And Kiera Smith couldn't get that three-pointer to go. Brooke Carthen going up for that rebound, but they're going to say Best fouled her.
Fouls for number 32, Greensboro, Brandon Best.
And sorry about the camera moving and the technical difficulties with the camera, but we are getting it straight. Ball to Ajay. Ajay out to Rosia. Rosia draws the double team, goes over to Lunsford. Lunsford, pump fake. Her shot no good. Rebounded by Daly, and Lewis didn't know the pass was coming to her. So 41-35, the Pride fans not liking the call, but the Cougars have the ball. Rosia with it. And Lunsford outside.
Deep three.
And Lunsford will be called on the foul.
Cameron Lunsford called for the foul, her second foul of the game.
And that's her second foul of the game. Ball into Woods. Woods over the. And the ball is stolen, and the Cougars going the other way. Rosia finding Texan.
I thought she fooled me. I thought she was going to take it all the way.
Rosia doing her best passing today. Finding Texan between the legs of the defender. Woods defended by Rosia down low. And she was trying to find Joseph there. Big group substitution. Free, Williams, Jenkins, Whitley, and Jeffries all checking in for Greensboro. And I see that our clock and score has locked again. I know that happened in the first half. I want to apologize again for the difficulties. At the next dead ball, I will go and get that fixed. But it is 46-35. Greensboro has possession. 6:15 is the clock right now. And the Cougars are in front. Greensboro trying to find Jenkins, and they do.
46-37, Cougars lead.
Great rebound by Amani Ajayi. Great rebound by Kiera Smith. Free on the foul. Rosia inbounds to Smith. Smith finds Ajayi. Ajayi jumper. No good, but Texan able to save it. Ball over to Smith. Smith from way downtown. No good. And Ajayi knocking the ball back in, but Greensboro trying to get control of it and go the other way. 2-on-2 fast break. And Jeffries gets her shot to go. So 46-39, the Cougars out in front. 5:17 is the clock. Again, at the next dead ball, I will try and get all of this fixed.
Hunsford couldn't get her shot to go.
And so the other way goes Rosia, 46-39, 4:50 on the clock. Texan will be called on the travel. And back in comes Carthen and Johnson, and Joseph will come in for Greensboro. We played almost the entire third quarter without a break here. 4:40 left in the third quarter. Ball over to Jenkins. Jenkins defended by Johnson. Williams with it. Outside for three. No good. Rosia comes up with it, and she goes the other way. Ball to Carthen. Shot no good. Rebounded by Johnson. She gets it out to Texan. That's a great offensive rebound by Raven Johnson.
These girls are getting physical down low for these rebounds.
Foul's called on number 24 of Greensboro, Lauren Jenkins, her third foul.
So Jenkins called on her third. Here Smith drains the first free throw. In comes Woods and Best for Greensboro.
Leah Woods in for Greensboro.
Bounce out, Black. Jump.
And ball over to Best, but stolen by the Cougars. Here goes Texan. She's going to slow the pace down a little bit. 47-39. The Cougars lead it by 8. Rosia finds Johnson. Johnson works around the defender over to Smith. Smith finds Carthen. And the Cougars and everything to go their way. And here we go. Williams defended by Rosia on a fast break. And Raven Johnson called on the foul.
Foul's called on number 11 of Averett, Raven Johnson, her third foul. Okay, Williams at the line. Keep talking.
So Williams at the line to shoot 2. Can't get it to go. Greensboro has been struggling free throw shooting today. First half, they were 1 for 6. second one will go for Williams. She'll take a break along with Ashley Free. And Rosia will bring the ball up the court. Cougars up by 7, 3:30 to go in the third. Texan back up top to Carthen. Carthen back to Texan.
Again, next dead ball, we will get the scoreboard fixed so you can follow the score and the time.
See, I thought about the three. And another blocking foul called on Greensboro. Sabrina Joseph. Rosia.
Ball on the Texan. Texan down low to Weeders. Weeders outside the Chambers. Chambers over to Rosia. Rosia 4-3. Good. Count all three of them. 50-47 is the score. 2:56 on the clock. Your Cougars out in front. And Joseph gets her shot to go. So Weeders has her pass stolen. And the layup is no good. Martin Smith checking in for the Cougars. There's 2:20 on the clock. Your Cougars lead it by 8. It is 50-42. Best down low. And a traveling violation called on Best.
Quick score update from the men's game. 4 minutes into the second half. Cougars in firm control over Methodist, 53-24.
And the score here, 50-42. Again, I know you cannot see it. Again, at the dead ball, next dead ball, we will be fixing this and getting that back up and running. Nevertheless, 50-42. Your Cougars out in front. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Ball over to Joseph. Jumper in rhythm. Jumper. She's going to walk into it. No good, though. And Smith with the ball going the other way for the Cougars. Ball to Chambers. Chambers 4-3. In and out.
Carthen, though, gets the rebound and put back to go.
And that's just a great offensive rebound by Brooke Carthen.
He's very physical and a high motor down there.
10-point game for your Cougars, 52-42. Your Cougars out in front by double digits. Best with it. Ball to Woods, defended by Rosia. Outside 4-3, and it's good.
That was a great shot.
1 minute to go in the third quarter, 52-45. And that's going to be a foul called against Best.
Number 32, Greensboro, Brandon Best, her third foul.
And again, the Greensboro fans not happy with the call.
Alexis Rosia at the line for the Cougars, shooting 2.
That's Best's third foul of the game. So Jenkins will check in for her.
Jenkins checking in for Greensboro.
.7 on the clock. Rosia sinks both shots at the line. 9-point game. Your Cougars lead it. Ball up to Joseph. And so this will be Kiara Smith who will be called on the foul.
Foul is called on
51.1 on the clock.
Averett Smith, her third. Courtney Hunt and Cameron Lunsford come in for the Cougars.
(54-46). Joseph at the free throw line. Set up and in. And a steal by Joseph. She gets it off to Lewis. Katie Lewis looking for some help. And she finds it in Daly, or excuse me, in Jenkins. Ball up to Lunsford.
Good passing there by the Cougars.
Great vision, like you said, from Brooke Carthen to find Amani Ajay down low. And good job from Ajay to finish it off. 56-49, 20 seconds on the clock. Cougars come up with the rebound. Hunt's with it. She's going the other way. Hunt goes to Rosia. 10 seconds on the clock. Rosia's going to look for some help. They're going to try and get a last-second shot off. They're winning 56-49. 4 seconds on the clock. Ball over to Carthen. Carthen, pull-up jumper at the buzzer. No good. 56-49 is the score. After 3, your Cougars lead it here on the Averett Sports Network. And new quarter, new us. We've got the scoreboard going. We've got the score up. We've got the clock running like it's supposed to now. 9:56 on the clock. Your Cougars lead it. 56-49. Greensboro needs a big fourth quarter. So here we go. Williams with the ball for Greensboro. And that's a nice find to get that ball to Jenkins, but Amani Ajay coming down with the rebound. And here we go with Carthen. Ball over to Rosia. She's wide open for 3. And off the back of the rim. Jeffries with it. She's going to go the other way. And she gets it out to Williams, and Greensboro's with it. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Ball over to Katie Lewis, defended by the freshman, Cameron Lunsford. And Williams getting her shot to go. Cameron Lunsford with it. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Lucia has it. Ball to Carthen. Carthen goes to Lunsford. Courtney Hunt for 3. No good. And the Cougars come up with the basketball. And Greensboro not happy with the no calls here. They thought Cameron Lunsford walked, and then they thought it was an offensive foul.
That was silky smooth by the receiver.
Putting on the contortionist act here. Jeffries and Greensboro with the ball. Ball over to Jenkins. Long 2 jumper. Katie Lewis comes up with it. And she's fouled on the shot.
Foul is called on number 14, Courtney Hunt. For the first
Courtney
foul.
Hunt will get called on the foul.
Katie Lewis at the line, shooting 2.
7-point game. Lewis sinks that first free throw. Joseph will come in, as well as Raven Johnson and Kiera Smith for the Cougars. Lewis sinks both free throws. So that makes it just a 5-point game. Lunsford advancing the ball quickly. Kiera Smith with it over to Rosia. Rosia, nice pump fake and finding Johnson.
Passing. Rosia.
So a jump ball called. Possession goes to Greensboro.
Jump ball, possession to Greensboro.
Rosia's
Denise Chambers will come on after Rosia took a spill. And Rosia absolutely flies around the court, does not mind putting her body on the line.
And Carthen had a steal, but she knocked the ball off the official, actually. Greensboro fans not happy with this, as Cougars will be awarded possession. The refs will talk about it.
And the referee's trying to figure out what's going on.
They're going to give the ball back to Greensboro. And Coach Huddy wants explanation.
Coach Liz Huddy saying that one of our players touched the ball.
Just unfortunate to hit the ref on the possible steal.
And so a foul called on Cam Lunsford.
Foul is called on number 21, Cam Lunsford.
I'd say the energy level is picked up in the Grant Center coming into this fourth quarter. Both fans from both sides getting a little voicey with the refs.
First shot is up and in. Second shot, no good, but offensive rebound by Greensboro. Ball over to Best. Best doing a good job of getting the shot to go. And just like that, it is a 2-point game. 58-56. Kiera Smith with it. And she will slow the pace down. Not going to get suckered into running a fast-paced offense when you don't have to. Chambers to Carthen. Carthen gets that ball poked out. And she's fouled on the shot. And Greensboro again showing their unhappiness. Greensboro showing their unhappiness with the referees, saying that Brooke Carthen leaned into that. That should not be a foul.
Even being a Cougar student, I'll give him that one. This sounded like slapped all ball up here.
Carthen sinks the first one. We'll see. We'll check in for Chambers. And Woods coming in for Jeffries, as Jeffries picked up her fourth. And Carthen sinks both free throws. 4-point game. Cougars need to step it up on defense. Greensboro is winning the fourth quarter. I know they're losing the game, but they are winning this fourth quarter. Woods off the screen. Gives it off to Joseph. Joseph defended by Carthen. And they're going to call Carthen on the foul. That's Carthen's second.
Cougar men still in control on the road, 57-33 now in the second half.
Isaiah Jones leading the team with points. He's got 17 points. Vince Contreras has 14 points. And Isaiah Jones also leading in rebounds with 5 total rebounds.
I believe a little clock confusion there.
So free throw made. Ball into Lunsford. Lunsford's going to advance past half court. 60-57. 3-point game. Your Cougars out in front still. Rosia from Carthen. And Rosia finding Carthen. Shot good. And that's just chemistry between those two ladies. 62-57 now. The Cougars out in front by 5. Katie Lewis for 3. No good. And here goes Rosia. Ball to Smith. Kiera Smith, nice spin move. And they're going to call a travel.
Cougar fans cannot believe it. Almost the whole entire Cougar side of the gym jumped up when they called that travel.
Timeout called. 62-57. Your Cougars lead it by 5. 5:43 left in the fourth quarter. $62-57.
I'll tell you, this fourth quarter has had a feeling of a playoff game.
And that's pretty much what it is when you have two good teams like this. It comes down to who can make the least mistakes. And possession will stay with Greensboro. Kiera Smith went all the way down to the hardwood trying to grab that ball. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Williams with it. She gives it over to Free. Free defended by Kiera Smith. Down low to Best defended by Ajay. Shot no good. She gets her own rebound, and she gets her shot. So 2-point game again.
You're seeing Al being double teamed.
Kiera Smith putting on a clinic. And a nice steal by Amani Ajay. Here go the Cougars. Can they get momentum again? 5-point game. Lunsford with it. She goes over to Carthen. Carthen backing down. Joseph shot. Good. Put Carthen.
Timeout Greensboro.
Put Carthen shaking and baking. 66-59. 4:43. Your Cougars leading in the fourth. 66-59, 4:43 to play. Your Cougars out in front. Kiara Smith and Brooke Carthen leading the team. Williams with it. Over to Free, defended by Smith. Back to Williams. Williams takes the screen from Joseph. She gives it off to Joseph. Joseph defended by Carthen. She takes the screen from Jenkins. Pull-up jumper off the screen, and it's good. Go ball over to Rosia. Rosia down low to Carthen. Carthen turnaround jumper. No good. And an offensive foul. And Kiara Smith will pick up her fourth. Kiara Smith had 13 first half points.
She's been going in the paint this quarter.
And with 4 minutes to go, she will take a break till about probably the 2-minute mark. 66-61, the Cougars lead it by 5. Williams, defended by Lunsford, over to Free, takes the screen from Jenkins, over to Woods, defended by Rosia. Shot up, no good. Texan on the rebound.
.330 to go in the game. Cougars up by 5.
Ball to Carthen. Carthen, her turnaround jumper, fadeaway is no good. Ball over to Woods. Woods for 3 in the corner. No good.
Denise Chambers coming in for Averett.
Denise Chambers will check in for Brooke Carthen. And so Katie Lewis will come into the game.
Lewis coming in for Greensboro.
Chambers with the ball. Ball over to Lunsford. Lunsford trying to find a jive, but Rosia ends up with it outside and finds Lunsford. The Cougars not able to get a good shot. Lunsford in the corner for 3. No good. Rebounded by Joseph, and here goes Greensboro the other way. And Katie Lewis, her runner is good. 3-point game now. Ball over to Texan in the corner for 3. Good! Sam Texan from downtown.
Big three-pointer there.
And Sam Texan getting her hands in there. Great defense from Sam Texan. It doesn't get the steal, but it adds to the momentum of the Cougars. 6-point lead for the Cougars. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Free looking for something to do with the ball. Pull-up jumper, no good. Jenkins comes down with the rebound and knocks it off of a jive.
Greensboro only have 2 seconds on the shot clock here.
So Carthen and Smith will come in, as well as Raven Johnson. They will finish the game unless they foul out. I can guarantee you that. This will be the lineup we see for the next minute and 56 seconds with a 6-point lead. Like you said, 2 seconds on the shot clock. Coach Liz Cutie yelling out orders to her team. And here we go, Woods on the inbound. They find Katie Lewis, and it is blocked by Kiara Smith.
Big block there.
Kiara Smith having a big-time game. Big-time players make big-time plays, and that is what Kiara Smith is right now. 6-point lead, and the Cougars playing with it.
Beautiful read there by Smith.
I mean, you know, if there's a 2-point situation and Woods gets her layup to go, if there's a 2-second quick shot situation, Greensboro is definitely going to Katie Lewis, and here's Lunsford. And another steal. Woods pull-up jumper, good. 2-point game, 69-67. Cougars lead by 2. 1:25 left in the game.
Going back to school is not just for the kids. Averett University has degree programs for working adults who want to pursue their bachelor's or master's online or on campus. Visit gps.averett.edu for more information.
.125 left. It's a 2-point game between the teams at number 1 and number 2 in their division. The Cougars lead it.
Fouls called on number 1, Greensboro, Ashley Free. Her third foul.
Foul called on Free. Ball in to Carthen. Carthen gets it over to Smith. Smith is going to get it past half court.
Smith leads all scorers on the day with 18.
Smith calls off Rosia. Moves it off to Lunsford. Lunsford finds Johnson. Johnson over to Smith. Lunsford with it.
7 on the shot clock.
Smith for 3.
Timeout, Coach City.
Timeout call, but Kiera Smith did hit that 3. Doesn't count. 2-point game. Your Cougars still lead it. Under a minute to go. We're back. The Cougars have the ball, but it's just 4 seconds on the shot clock. 58.8 on the game clock, and the Cougars lead it by 2. What can they draw up? They need a quick shot. You got enough time for maybe a dribble, maybe a pass, but you've got to get a quick shot off. Ball into Lunsford. Lunsford's got to pass it and shoot. And that's a great block from Katie Lewis. Official rulings of shot clock violation. So Free will check in for Williams. Texan will check in for Carthen. And then Chambers checking in for Cam Lunsford.
Got to see the Cougars do a little bit better with that possession. Still a 2-point lead, though. 50 seconds and counting.
And I don't know about you, Trevor, but I have goosebumps on my arm. We're playing with the lead, but it is a tough game, an exciting game. And here's Jeffries. Her runner doesn't go. Rebound by Raven Johnson. Ball to Rosia.
4-second difference, shot clock and game clock.
And Carthen will check back in.
Excuse me, 9 seconds.
Ball to Smith. 10 seconds on the shot clock. And Smith fouled hard on the shot.
Fouls called on number 13 of Greensboro, Leah Woods, her second.
Smith makes both of these. It'll put a lot of pressure on Greensboro with just 19.7 to go.
They will have to, if Smith makes both of these, they're going to have to hit a shot and give an intentional foul. First shot does not go. And Ajay checking in as well as Carthen. If she makes this will push it to a 3-point lead. So a 3-point game now. Timeout called by Greensboro. And I'm going to tell you this. This ball's going to Katie Lewis out of the timeout break. 19.7. Greensboro trails by 3. So out of the timeout break, 3-point game, 70-67. Your Cougars lead it. Ball into Free. Ball over to Jeffries. Three-pointer launched. Oh, my.
She hit it.
Oh, my goodness.
That was from way.
Hits it from Greensboro, North Carolina. 70-70. 12.6 on the clock.
We're going to Brooke.
Nichelle Jeffries hitting the game-tying shot from Greensboro, North Carolina. 70-70. Greensboro tied it up. The Cougars have possession. Ball in to Rosia.
10 seconds to go.
Runner from Rosia.
Bounce!
Timeout called by Greensboro. 2-point game. 7.1 on the clock. Your Cougars lead it. And we're back, 7.1 to go. This is a nail-biter. If you're not watching the game, you're missing out. The Cougars lead by 2, 72-70 off of the runner from Alexis Rosia. Greensboro has possession now.
Been a great game the whole day at that, Eddie.
And it's been a fantastic game. And so here we go. Ball inbounded to Jeffries. She's going to throw up a prayer. Nothing going. Free shot falls out. Best. Hurry up. And the Cougars win the game 72-7. Your Cougars are in first place now. The Cougars played an absolutely amazing game tonight. This was a great game. The Cougars now lead. They're in first place. Kiera Smith had a career high in points. Her pass was 16. She put up a 19-piece tonight. Brooke Carlton had an amazing game. Alexis Rosia, a team effort tonight. The Cougars had a great game, and Greensboro brought it to us. I mean, Greensboro gave us everything they had.
They are psyched. Really a great game.
I mean, you could feel the excitement in here. I mean, it's not something that's artificial. It's not something that's made up. It is something that happens as a byproduct of these two great teams. I mean, the number one and
number two team. You really have
to
be here to feel it, too.
Exactly. What a great game. We're going to take a break, and we're going to be back with some stats. So we're back after an epic game, 72-70, excuse me. The Cougars win it. Kiera Smith with a career high 19 points. Rosia with 15, Brooke Carthen with 13.
Great all-around performance by the Cougars today.
Ajay with 11 rebounds. Raven Johnson with 8, Lunsford with 7, and Carthen with 6 rebounds, and then
that was the biggest stat for me, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Cougars rebounding amazing today.
And let's check. As a team, the Cougars had 51 rebounds. They had 23 offensive and 28 defensive rebounds. I mean, cleaning the boards all game long.
And this is a game the Cougars led by 12 and 13, and Greensboro just fought back. Like we said, they're not one of those teams that's just going to go away, especially being the number one team in the USAC East.
Right, and this was a fantastic game. I mean, I can't put it into words. You had to be here. You had to experience it. It was just fantastic, a true matchup of a true number one and a true number two, and we saw who was the better team. And nevertheless, 72-70, your Cougars win it. They're in first place. Thank you for joining us, and enjoy your weekend.